Assalamu alaikum everybody. I hope you can all hear me. This is absolutely brilliant, PowerPoint in the park. So thank you all for coming, and I was asked to do just a 20-minute talk on Ramadan and how we can use our community and build on our community relations in Ramadan. So first of all, Ramadan is actually the best month in the Islamic calendar to build community relations and also to bring our families closer together to each other, as well as getting closer to Allah. So Ramadan is a special time for our whole family, including the little ones as well, to bring everybody closer together. And if you think of the preparations, they actually start well before Ramadan. So we can actually build closer links with our family right at the beginning. For example, we need to get food, so we can all go out together with our families to the supermarkets and get food that the children would like to eat. Also, you can get food and give them out to your neighbours and to any Muslims who are fasting. Dates is a common one, or zamzam, or frozen food. Some people give me packs of samosas, which I think is a really good thought, because you're getting the blessings already. When they open their fast, they will use your food to eat, and that will then, you will get the blessings. So preparations actually start now, and you can get the barakah that way. Then as we move along, the new moon will come out the night before, and we will know it is Ramadan has started. Again, we can build community relations here by ringing around and saying Ramadan Mubarak or Ramadan Kareem. Nowadays, there's a lot of social media, and we can use WhatsApp messages and things, but it is actually better to ring, like we used to in the olden days. This is actually a great bonding exercise with the community. You can also be the first ones to tell them that Ramadan is starting the next day. And then on the very first day, everybody should get up to do suhoor. And if you're getting up anyway, why not get up approximately an hour earlier than Fajr, and everybody read the Tahajjud together. Your whole family read together the Tahajjud. The Tahajjud, we know already, is a very, very important time when your prayers are answered, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes to the very first heaven and He answers your prayers. And it's only 2 rakat salah, and it's very, very important. If you're going to wake up anyway, mums are definitely up because we're cooking away in the kitchen in the morning, then the whole family, we can bond together with them, get them all together, and we can all pray the Tahajjud together. And then suhoor is very important. A lot of parents will get up for suhoor, but they will not wake up their children, which is not a good idea, because children have to go to school, they don't wake them up. If you are fasting, it is very, very important to get up for suhoor. Did you know that the difference between our fasting and the fasting of the people of the book is eating suhoor? So if we look at the Christians and the Jews, their fasting originally was from evening to evening, so they don't need to get up early in the morning. What actually distinguishes us from other non-Muslims is actually getting up for suhoor in the morning. So it is extremely important, and it is documented in plenty of hadiths where Prophet Muhammad said that take suhoor as there's great blessing in it. That's in Sahih Bukhari. We can also help our mums in the kitchen, children, while she's cooking suhoor, and the dads. While your mum's cooking in the kitchen, go and help her. Prepare the things that you want to eat. No point in moaning afterwards once the mums have put all the food out. That again will make your family much, much more stronger. And when you begin your fast, do the dua together. Who knows the dua here? Let's pick on one of the children. What's the dua when we start our fast? Anybody? Who wants to do the dua? Shall we pick on you? You can tell us.
There is more than one dua.
Yes, this is one I've got. بصوم غد, that one.
Yeah, it says الله ربنا تقبل منا وبصوم غد النويت من شهر رمضان الكريم.
Yes.
تقبل night Ramadan.
And that means I intend to keep the fast today in the month of Ramadan. Okay, the intention has to be there as well, and that is what we need to try and tell our children to do. And then during the day, remember that 1% of Ramadan is fasting, which is not eating and drinking, 1%. The other 99% is bringing your heart closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So throughout the day, it is our duty as parents to maybe try and influence the children to read one juz a day of the Quran with translation. A lot of children are reading the Quran parrot fashion, not understanding Arabic. They should really be understanding Arabic as well later on, but if there are any non-Arabic speakers here, they need to at least read the Quran in the language which they understand, so that they at least know what is in the Quran. Because this is where problems then occur later on, where parrot fashion they are learning reading the Quran parrot fashion, finishing it, and then they haven't got a clue afterwards what the what the Quran even says, and then I get all the problems. All the parents are then coming to me because they've got problems with their teenage children because they didn't know what was right and what was wrong. So this is the time to start. Again, mums can also teach stories of the Quran at home. You should be doing ibadah during the day. Especially, I know there's 1 week half term when it will be Ramadan. So that is a good time when the children can learn lots of Prophet stories. And again, this is bonding for the whole family. Remember that every good deed is multiplied up to 700 times in Ramadan. So it is a very, very good time to do lots and lots of good deeds. Whenever you pray in Ramadan, then you should try and pray everybody together in Jama'at. It is very, very important. This is a good time to get the whole family involved into the deen and everybody praying together in Jama'at. If there is a good father in the family, you are the leaders, you are the leaders of your flock, you lead them in Jama'at. If there is any sons who have got better tajweed, and I know quite a few here, where the sons have got better tajweed than their dads, this is again non-Arabic speaking families, the son can lead the prayer. But everybody pray together, it will bond the whole family really, really well. You become more closer that way. Then it's Maghrib time, and the poor mums are in the kitchen sweating away, as you can see in the picture. And instead of just sitting there waiting for your food to arrive on the table hot, why not go and help her gain some ajr? Because every little blessing that you can try and gain in Ramadan is good. So go and help your mums in the kitchen, help them
Not the
prepare the
husband,
food.
just the children.
Husbands can as well.
Although
it
you said
doesn't say
mom,
that.
so you said children.
The children mainly, this talks for children, but remember the sunnah of the Prophet was to help with housework, and I can go into that, can't I? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in between prayers used to help with the housework, didn't he? And he treated his wife with good respect, and he did go and help. So everybody can go at the time of just before Maghrib, go and help out. Children can stuff dates. In our house, we get all the children to stuff the dates with almonds and things. Make the milkshake, cut the fruit, plenty of things for the children to do, lay the table ready, in a way that helps the fast to go faster as well. And then, very, very important is to all sit together and eat together. There are many, many hadiths which tell us that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that they are not satisfied when they eat. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, perhaps you eat separately. They said, yes. He said, if you gather together and mention Allah's name, there will be more blessing in it. That is in Abu Dawud. So everybody should be all eating together, not in front of the television or anything. We should all be doing our dua as well, the iftar dua. I don't know if somebody wants to tell us the iftar dua. Shall we have one of the children? Who's got good tajweed here?
Mohammed,
Come on.
so take this one, please. Go back maybe.
Who's going to do the dua?
Could you put it on?
Come on then.
اللهم إني لك صمت وبك آمنت وعليك توكلت وعلى رزقك أفطرت
Okay? So, oh Allah, I fasted for you and I believed in you and I put my trust in you and I break my fast with your sustenance. I think that's just an absolutely brilliant dua. Okay, now at the time of iftar, you can also, this is the time to bond with the community. So what you can do is, you can give some food to your neighbours, and that is important. Did you know that one of my Muslim friends was giving food to her non-Muslim neighbours every time in Ramadan, and slowly they began to learn about Islam. They got interested in it. They thought, wow, what a wonderful religion that you give food for a whole month to your neighbours. And do you know what? Alhamdulillah, they are all Muslim now, all of them. The whole family became Muslim. That was a white British English Christian family. So you should, now is your time to do really good deeds and give some food to your neighbours. That will help with the community. And also you can call people to your house. So iftar around your house, there's many blessings in it. Whoever gives iftar to one who is fasting will have a reward like his, without that distracting from the fasting person's reward in the slightest. That is a Tirmidhi, and that's Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's words. So call people around your house, give them iftar. And then you will like this picture, all of the Arabs here. This is a great big meal, okay? A big party, okay? You are allowed to have iftar parties. You are allowed to either host them or you are allowed to go to the parties. And again, there's many blessings in feeding other people, especially the poor in Ramadan. This again will build up your community, make everybody really strong, which is what this talk is all about. The other thing which I do myself is I do a massive homeless iftar in Ramadan, and the whole community cooks dishes. We hire out a hall and we feed the homeless. And the closest we can get really to feeding the homeless in this country, the closest we can get to feeding the poor in this country is actually feeding the homeless, because the homeless are the only poor you can get in this country. So you can do lots of other really good deeds when it comes to feeding people. Again, they do not need to be Muslim, they can be non-Muslims. And then at night, it is Tarawih prayer after you've eaten. And again, take your whole family and do Tarawihs together. We know our local mosque does have space for women as well, and children, and men as well, and it's a really good bonding exercise, So everybody all goes together and you really feel Ramadan that way. And then not only are we looking after our local community, we are looking after other people in the community as well, because it's in Ramadan that we give the most amount of charity. And zakat, which is our once in a year obligatory charity, where 2.5% is given to those in need. Again, we are looking after other communities here by helping them. So 2.5% is then given to the poor, and what that does is that distributes our wealth, so the rich become a little bit more poorer and the poor become a little bit more richer. Did you know that Muslims are the record breakers for giving the most amount of charity in the world? And did you know that last year £40 billion was given to charity by Muslims in the world, which is a shocking amount really. And then in the last 10 days, we get even more barakah, and we can again contribute to the community and bond really well with the community. And some brothers may go for itikaf in the last 10 days, which happens usually in a mosque. During the last 10 nights of Ramadan, the Prophet, peace be upon him, would lighten his waist belt and spend the night in worship. He would also wake up his family as well. So he would include his family, and again this is a great community bonding exercise where for 10 days the brothers are in a mosque with other brothers, and they're all there for the same purpose, all there to worship the one true God. And then Laylatul Qadr. We know that that is a very, very important, better than 1,000 months. And whoever establishes the voluntary prayers on the night of Qadr out of sincere faith and hoping to attain Allah's rewards and not to show off, then all his past sins are forgiven. That is in Sahih Bukhari. Again, a very, very strong hadith. And again, you can get the whole family involved. Why not everybody stay up on that night all together? Why not really bond with your family, become really close together? Show them what it's all about as well. So behold, we revealed this Quran on the night of power. And what do you know what the night of power is? The night of power is better than 1,000 months. The angels along with the Spirit descend in it by the permission of their Lord, with all kinds of decrees. All peace is that night until the rise of dawn, and that is in the Quran. So again, very, very important you tell your children about the story of the Quran being revealed. Do they know that the Quran was even revealed in Ramadan? Do you know, when I teach in the madrasa, the amount of children that have not got a clue why we are fasting in Ramadan, they know it's to think of the poor, but they don't know it's an anniversary of the Quran being revealed. They have not got a clue, they haven't put two things together. And then it doesn't stop there. Again, we help the community even further. Just before Eid, we give Zakat al-Fitr, which not only does it cleanse us of any sins that we might have done within Ramadan, but it's also helping the community who cannot break their fast on Eid. Did you know in some poor countries, they don't have any food for Eid? And we know that Eid al-Fitr means celebration of breaking our fast. And they cannot break their fast because they don't have the money. And this is why we are helping and bonding with the poorer community as well. So it's not just community around us, it's community in other countries as well, where they don't have any money to even break their fast with. And then Eid, the biggest community bonding day, for me anyway. Eid, everybody's happy. The first thing you can do is phone up all your relatives and all your friends and say Eid Mubarak. Why not do that? Social media is not that effective, but actually ringing people, it makes you much, much more happier. And everybody should try and go to the mosque early in the morning to pray their Eid Salah, everybody together. Prophet Muhammad said that even ladies should try and go, didn't he? This is why, because it's a place for the whole community. It's an exercise for the whole community. And then when you go, you bond with everybody else, because after you have done your salah, your 2 rakat Eid salah, you embrace each other. Yes? You say Assalamu alaikum and you kiss and hug everyone. And get the children to do that. So why do we do that? It's to make our relationships stronger with all our neighbours and our local community. So 3 times is the proper way, on each shoulder, offering congratulations. And then what else, children, can you do on Eid day to show people your love? What else do I always mention in the madrasa? What can you do? What can you give to people? Yes? What do you get on Eid? Do you get anything on Eid? Yes? Gifts, presents. It's a sunnah. Prophet Muhammad said, exchange gifts, as that will lead to increasing your love for one another. That is in Al-Bukhari. Give presents, give money to everybody. That's the time to do it. And even the elders, husbands, give your wives presents. Wives, give your husbands presents. Give presents to your mums, your grandparents. And then call people round for Eid, round your house. Go and mix with other families and have your Eid together in huge families. That will bond everybody. And then later on, you could even have Eid parties. The celebrations can carry on. And you can either host Eid parties, book a hall, call everybody together like we have done here, or you can actually either host them or go to them as well, take part in them. Okay? You can even have goodie bags at Eid parties. All of this is a great big community exercise. So can you see how Ramadan can really, really improve your community links for the rest of the year? Okay? Do we have any questions before I finish off? Or any comments? No, it's a very, yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention about on the day of Eid, we should visit each other. It's rather than contacting our relative by phone.
Yes.
This is much more.
Yes, and that's exactly what I said, didn't I? It's much more
common
better
now
to
that we use
visit.
the phone, and it's really bad habit we got it.
Yes, I know it is a bad habit
Yeah,
since we've
so
got
it's not
social media,
not better than
but
going
very,
visit.
very important to try and phone, you know, at least
Because we
your
are abroad,
relatives.
that's-
Yes, abroad you must try and ring.
Yeah, but if we are like close, it's better always to go and visit.
Yes, of
And
course. If you're
it's
close, then you have
yeah.
to go and visit your family and, you know, take presents round and food if you have to as well. It's a great occasion to be happy. We're not allowed to fast that day. That day actually Shaitan fasts, doesn't he? So we need to try and eat lots. Don't worry about your dieting on that day. Okay?
Jazakallah khairan.
It's okay.
That's very, thank you. Well, as we finish the talk here, which is very, very useful, very educational, we have the food to arrive. So
Ramadan was revealed, it was very, very hot. And remember that Ramadan was revealed in Arabia, where it's hot deserts. It's because of this, because of it being revealed in very hot weather. The very first Ramadan, it was very, very hot. That house, charity and fasting, so that's zakah and that's psalm, they hold up the roof of the house. If those two were not there, Islam would crumble down. Okay, so very, very important. Two of the pillars were revealed in relation to the poor, all depending on what was happening before Islam came. And they are full of antioxidants. Did you know they even contain fluorine for your teeth? So dates are very good for your teeth as well. Ajwa dates are very, very good for you. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said 7 ajwa dates every morning will not affect, anyone who eats that will not be affected by poison or magic on that day. Eat, your stomach then has more energy and it will digest properly. And it also reroutes the energy. It doesn't need energy in the stomach, the energy then goes somewhere else. Salam. Salam.
Oh, my nose is twitching. This? Joseph.
You know that when Islam came and Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam ordered the adhan to be done, there was no loudspeakers in those days, no electricity.
No, it's these.
Okay, we've got word search here where you will look for all of these. Okay? And then you will and photos. I'll put them on the group. Okay, that's really good. Because there's too many.
You got 3.
Oh, I have no connection.
Take your photo.
Proof him. Prove that you're weak. Come on, go for the ball. Run for it.
يعني مرات والله خرج الواحد يعمل عرس